Welcome to Taslima's and Nat's Beauty in Life and Nature, the bird song that calls us.
Sutton Park, যেটা সাটন কোলফিল্ডে অবস্থিত। তো আজকে হচ্ছে স্যাটারডে 4th of September। এখন সময় হচ্ছে 2টো বেজে গেছে। আমরা আস্তে আস্তে একটু লেটই হয়ে গেল আজকে। তো সকালের দিকে ওয়েদারটা সুন্দর ছিল, আবার কিছুক্ষণ পরে একটু মেঘলা হয়ে গেল। তো ডিসিশন নিতে নিতে দেরি হয়ে গেল। তো চিন্তা করলাম টুমরো ওয়েদার রিপোর্টে বৃষ্টি হবে বলতেছে। তো আজকে একটু সুন্দর দিন, এই জন্য একটু বের হলাম হাঁটার জন্য। তো এই পার্কটার বিশেষত্ব হচ্ছে এখানে অনেকগুলো লেক আছে, ছোট ছোট। আমার পিছনে দেখতে পাচ্ছেন, খুবই সুন্দর। এরকম 4-5টা লেক আছে। তো লেকের পাশ ঘিরে হাঁটা যায়, অনেক ধরনের পাখি আছে, আর বিশাল ফিল্ড আছে হাঁটার জন্য। তো এটা হচ্ছে বার্মিংহামের খুব অন্যতম একটি পার্ক, খুব বড় পার্ক। দর্শনার্থীরা আসে দেখার জন্য, প্রকৃতি দেখার জন্য। আর যারা হাঁটতে ভালোবাসে তারা অবশ্যই এখানে আসে, এবং যারা দৌড়ায় তারাও আসে। তো আমরা আগে হলে হাঁটাহাঁটি করতাম বেশি, তো এখন লাইফ অনেকটাই চেঞ্জ হয়ে গেছে। হেইথাম আছে, তো তাকে খুশি করে যতটা সম্ভব আমরা প্রকৃতি এনজয় করতেছি। এখন তাকে একটু আমরা হালকা কিছু খাইয়েছি। তো ওরা বাপ ছেলে ওখানে বসে আছে আমার পেছনে, এই যে এখানে তারা বসে আছে। হ্যাঁ, তো একটু ফ্রেশ বাতাস আর কি, কারণ সামনেই উইন্টার চলে আসবে। এখন সেপ্টেম্বর চলে আসছে, আজকেও একটু বাতাস আছে। তো উইন্টারে বের হব, তারপরও সব কিছুই নির্ভর করে ছেলের সুস্থতার উপর। হ্যাঁ, তো দেখা যাক কতক্ষণ থাকা যায়। খুব বেশি সময় থাকবো না, আমাদের কিছু শপিংও দরকার আছে। যেহেতু কোভিড-19 এটা আসলে আমাদের এখন আমাদের লাইফের সাথে জড়িয়ে আছে। আমরা এটা সব সময় আমাদের কৌশল সেফটি মেনটেন করতে হবে। তো এখনও চেষ্টা করি উইকলি শপিংটা করার জন্য। এই কারণে শপিংয়ে যাব, কিছু উইকলি শপিং করব, কারণ তোমার আপু আবার মানডে থেকে কাজ আছে। হ্যাঁ, তো ইনশাল্লাহ আবার কথা হবে, মাঝে মাঝে হয়তো আবার কথা বলবো আর হাঁটবো। তো চলুন, আমাদের সাথে আপনারাও একটু হাঁটতে পারবেন। ধন্যবাদ।
Thank you, Sadia, for that introduction. And it was a lovely day, as you can see from the weather, a mixture of sun and breeze, which was quite nice. I mean, we did have to put on a hoodie top for Haytham because of the wind, but it still was a lovely day when the sun was out and shining upon us. Something which is quite nice now is that he's at an age which is 8.5 months, and he's basically picking up everything, and he really is very active, and he's developing a lot of character, which is very nice, mashallah. And it's always nice to watch him pick up things, and he's basically picks up everything. So anything he gets his hands on, we have to always just make sure that he's not taking anything which is dangerous. So as you can see here, he's playing with a picnic rug and looking at all the colours, and this is quite nice about this picnic rug, where he does have lots of things for him to look at, because he's just very curious at this age. And as this park, there wasn't many people around. I mean, the car park was completely full, but generally you barely see anyone. So we were his entertainment, and the birds and the butterflies, and he really does appreciate the nature and the fresh air. It's nice to basically go on picnics and just have a little snack while on a picnic rug, lying down and just enjoying the sky and the clouds. I remember being young and looking at the clouds and making shapes or animals and things with the clouds, and those simple things are the most enjoyable. And hopefully when Haytham gets older, we can make shapes in the clouds as well, and maybe dinosaurs and animals. This park is a royal town, and it was actually the parkland was gifted to the people of Sutton Coldfield by Henry VIII, I think in 1528, and it was a medieval deer park previous to that, and I think in the 12th century. So there's a lot of history in this parkland, and it's a very big park. I think it's around 920 hectares or so, or 2,200 acres. So it's a massive parkland, and it's not something which you can basically fully explore within a day. I think it takes some time. So even now, going to this park so many times in my lifetime, since being very small, I still haven't covered every bit of the park. We've covered most areas, but of course there's tracks here and there which I haven't really gone down. And as you can see from the basic, I think it's the heathers are blooming in fully bright in the lilac state, and there's little apples on the trees, and it's basically the end of summer now, and I think there's only 20 days or so left of summer, or less actually. I think summer ends on the 22nd of September this year, 2020, and just enjoying the last bits of summer. So anytime the sun is out, we're out, and we're letting Haytham enjoy this sun for his vitamin D, and also just to get that bit of fresh air, because we do live in the city centre, and city centre living has its ups, and the ups are just being local to everything, close to everything, and for my work as well. But also another positive actually is nature isn't at our doorstep, although we do have a nice courtyard garden, but nature's very close. So being centrally located, it means we can get on the highways and go to any park quite relatively simply. So it is very well connected. So it was first time for Haytham going into the woods, so he was looking up into the tree canopy, just exactly as you're seeing on the screen now, just looking up into the sky. So I'm not sure if this is how he sees, but he was definitely looking up and enjoying the textures of the tree bark, and the sights and sounds of the trees rustling with the breeze. And it was just a very pleasant time for him to enjoy the weather and the noises of nature. I think going to places like this as a kid and exploring has always has impacted me and my love for nature and exploration. So I mean, I wasn't taken to these places when I was a baby, but hopefully it does influence Haytham and his upbringing and his love for nature. I mean, there's a butterfly which just went past then, and he was looking at these butterflies in the parkland, and he was totally fascinated by them. Of course, like a cat would, he did want to try to grab it, but of course it was gone too fast, and then he forgot all about it by the time it was gone. And then he was looking at the next thing, and it was nice to have the lakes and the water, because there's so much nature surrounding it, birds flying around, and also there was two big herons which were very interesting, and they were flapping their wings, which Haytham was enjoying, and the ducks and even the seagulls, which create a bit of interest for Haytham. I'll give you new parents a quick tip after Sadia's talk just shortly, which will help you like it's helped us.
আমরা এখনো সাটন কোলফিল্ড পার্কে আছি। তো আমরা একটা ছোটোখাটো স্ট্রল করেছি, বাট হেইথাম সে স্ট্রলারে একদমই থাকতে চায় না, রান্না করে দিছে, তাই তাকে এখন ক্যারি করতে হচ্ছে। তো ক্যারি করে ওকে নিয়ে হাঁটা, বেশি হাঁটাটা আসলে কষ্টদায়ক। তো আমরা মনে হয় খুব শীঘ্রই চলে যাব। তারপর এই লেকটা হচ্ছে, এখানে যে লেকটা দেখতে পাচ্ছেন, এটা হচ্ছে এখানে অনেকগুলো লেক আছে আর পন্ড আছে, সেগুলোর একটা। তো আসলে খুব সুন্দর, ভালো লাগছে উইকেন্ডে একটু বাতাস খেতে পেরে। চেষ্টা করি সবসময় কোথাও না কোথাও সুন্দর জায়গায় যেতে, হেইথামকে কিছুটা অভ্যস্ত করতে চাই, যাতে ও বাইরে গেলে সুন্দরভাবে থাকতে পারে। তো এই আর কি, আজকে স্যাটারডে ভালো লাগছে, আরও কিছু সময় হাঁটবো। তো আপনাদের কাছ থেকে বিদায় নিয়ে নিচ্ছি এখন, কারণ বলা যায় না, খুব শীঘ্রই হয়তো আমরা গাড়িতে উঠে যাবো। দেখা হবে আবার কোনো সময় নতুন কোনো জায়গায়। তো সবাই ভালো থাকবেন এবং আমাদের জন্য দোয়া করবেন।
A quick tip, which you may already know, is kids or babies, if you give them fresh air, so taking them to places like this or anywhere in the country, or even just a walk around the block, anywhere you live, just helps them sleep and helps them to settle in the evenings. It keeps, I think the fresh air, like any of us, when you go to the countryside or anything, fresh air does make us more tired, and with babies that's exactly what it does. So just taking them for a walk, locally or afar, babies do love to have a good nap. So as you can see here, he's properly knocked out and having a good sleep here, while we go on a walk. So it's like we are enjoying the quiet time while he's not screaming and shouting, but we're also with him in close contact and enjoying his sleep and his company too. So definitely, if you're struggling with kids or babies which are having tantrums or finding difficult to sleep, a walk around the block, or even for us, because we live in a flat block, and if the weather's not good outside, or if he's just struggling to go to sleep in the evenings, we'll just take him in the communal areas, up and down the stairs. So I take him down the stairs quite slowly on the 4th floor. So we walk down the stairs and I walk back up again, which is good exercise also. It puts him to sleep almost instantly because he's used to the motion of going up and down the stairs and the motion of walking, which basically puts him to sleep. Part of me wishes I didn't start that habit, because it means this is the way he falls asleep now. But at the same time, at least it's close and it's not hard to do, and it's not like going on a drive, because I know some people take their babies on a drive to get them to sleep. But I think this was a nice in between, where it's not too hard, and it's quite an easy thing to do. Just take him up and down the stairs a few times, and then he's happily asleep. As because now he's woken up, and I think we're going to go to do a bit of shopping or something. And he does like his drives sometimes, but generally he likes to be held in the arms. Anyway, thank you for watching, and do subscribe. This is Beauty in Life and Nature, Taslima and Nat's blog. Hit that subscribe button and hit like. If you have recommendations of how to put your baby to sleep, put your comments down below and share your knowledge.